Yayo, my sovereigns, what up? This is Boba Fett, uncensored on the internet, with episode 191 of Splinterlands 101. Joining us again, co-host of the show, finest gentleman who ever lived, chairman of the Dow, latest guest on the People's Guild, etc. Matt Clark.
Howdy, howdy.
So you just come off last week's episode we recorded. You were straight off the AMA.
There was the AMA, and now we've done the People's Guild. So yes, it's been a lot of video appearances, podcast stuff. I was saying actually on the People's Guild that I really want to focus more on that. Think about my diction, lose the ums and ahs, become a bit more of a solid and stable presenter, so that I can represent the community well, because that's what I'm here for. So that's probably bringing more value than just battling. Lose the ums and just think ahead, think of the sentence, say it, and be at peace with it.
Mm-hmm. So you just spent 3 hours talking, and you're about to do another couple of hours that we'll edit down to an episode, but you still got to talk for a bit.
Yeah, no, should be all right. Should be all right. That's good fun. It's just talking to mates.
Yeah,
right.
Time does fly though, doesn't it? I mean, it does. We put together an hour episode out of 2 Zoom sessions, and when we have guests on, like, they think, what on earth am I going to talk about? And all of a sudden, we're finished, we're done.
Yeah.
And it's like we haven't even scratched the surface.
Yeah. It feels like you're just taxiing, into the runway, and then we're just about to waiting for clearance to take off, and then we've landed at our destination, it's all done. It's like where did the time go?
Yeah.
But that's good. Where they say when your hands on a hot stove, a second feels like an hour, and when your hands on a hot woman, an hour feels like a second. Yeah.
Perception, time.
Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun.
Passage of time is purely a method of perception. It's just like it's exactly how we perceive it. Like you said, fun or waiting 10 minutes at the doctor's office, or waiting 10 minutes for a bus. Right? It's a long 10 minutes.
Mm.
An hour when you just chatting is nothing.
It's funny though, because with kids, sometimes you just think, man, an hour of just staring off into space without any interruptions, what seems like boredom, 20 years ago, it's like bliss now. So, but you could just, and nobody interrupts you. I remember reading once. I was interrupted over reading a book, and I read a paragraph, and I got interrupted 3 or 4 times. I thought, that's how many times do I get interrupted on a single page? And so I turned the page, and then I just counted the number of times I'd been interrupted, and I got up to seven times. And it only takes about a minute to read a page. So that's the. I mean, they're gorgeous, but it is something of a lobotomy having kids.
Yeah, fair enough.
And Fletch is just over there giving me stink eye.
Giving me stink eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've made some more alterations to my land.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go take a look. So because of the cooldown and all that sort of stuff, actually let's go there. I'll start with my main plot. Which is the rare one. So I need to open my notepad. I can't even remember what I swapped out. So, all up, actually across a few counts, I took out my Gulf Foil Uriel because I've bought enough BCX to max him.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't even combine the cards at the moment. I have to wait for the cooldown to finish.
Yeah.
So I'll max Uriel, and then I'll put him back. And in the meantime, so it's not actually this plot we're on, because I just swapped him out for my gold foil Pelacor mercenary, just temporarily until I can bring Uriel back.
Yep.
I also pulled out my gold foil Immortalis, because I've bought enough BCX to max him as well.
It's funny because Fat Jimmy was saying the same thing. He's looking at his land and then he's like, okay, I want to take this card and use it in battles. What can I replace it with? So he's buying the cheapest alternative with the similar amount of PP and throwing that on the plot, and then pulling it out to because you miss it in battle after a while. You go to reach for it, it's not there. It's like, I feel like I would have won that match if I had him. So we've got to make our own decisions, I suppose, about our priorities. I haven't moved any of my cards across to land yet. I'm trying to work out if I miss ranked battles, or if I'm really willing to let it all go and just play Frontier. I have been really enjoying Frontier though. So you said you were coming up on 0.7%, was it, of the stone pool?
0.14.
0.14. Okay.
Yeah. I'm like 0.138 or something at the moment.
Yeah.
So
nice.
all of the gold foils that I've put onto land, if they're cards that I've been playing with, because the gold foil is obviously more PP to put on the land, I've bought a maxed regular foil to replace the gold foils with. So I've got a maxed regular Immortalis, I've got a maxed regular Uriel that I'm playing with, but the gold foils that I put on land were like level 1, level 2 legendaries. But yeah, I've bought enough BCX to max all of those. But I have to wait for the cooldown before I can combine them and bring them back.
Yeah. So now you got the same grain requirements, but you're getting a heap more of the resources in exchange, right? You're getting that multiplier, which is fantastic. That's the way you want to do it for sure. We were talking on the People's Guild actually about the some of the bargains that are out there at the moment. You know, there's for like I think it's $35 you get a max Dr. Blight, which is just nuts. And I think 140 Bjangles was eyeing off 137 or something for a gold foil max level Dr. Blight. And, you know, it's such a dominant card in the game to think that there's those bargains just lying out there on the ground at the moment is just nuts. Hydra, old school like beta Hydra, which I've never had max. I think that was... So Jimmy said that was like $50 or $60 or something. So it's ironic that now I'm not going to focus on land, and now all these cards that I would love to battle with are really cheap. So, but I have to just focus on PP. I think you can't just have your focus pulled in too many different directions.
Yeah, there's definitely some card bargains around at the moment, especially maxed. There was a couple of cards that I bought, like for example my Silver Shield Assassin. To max the one that I've got would have cost $30, but I bought a maxed one for $20.
Yeah.
Because the one just to top mine up would have cost $10 more. So I can always like chuck them over, because basically anything that's on my alt accounts that I can play with, at some point, the extras I can sell. Type thing. I will never sell anything on here. The idea is get this maxed. Because the whole reason I created the second account in the first place was simply because I was getting stacks of spare cards that I'd already leveled on Bobber, or the next one I didn't have enough BCX, so it was in waiting mode. And I realized, wow, I've got I can play at silver with these cards, and so I did. But this is the main focus on that one. And
well, I've always thought it was funny that Crypto Eater always said that he doesn't ever combine cards. If he wants one at a specific level, he'll go and buy it at that level, and he'll sell the BCX that he was going to combine instead, because it is an opportunity cost to do the combining yourself. You're basically saying I'm burning all these cards that I'm not. And it took me a while to really nut out why that was such a valuable way to do things. But if you're not in a rush and you're happy to just pay to list at fair market price with your single BCX, and happy to just go and buy at the level you want, but somebody else has already combined it. That's the smart way to do it. So shout out to Crypto Eater. You were on the money there. I just didn't get it immediately.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cases too where the single BCX cards are actually quite expensive. Per BCX more than like considerably. So there's a few cards that are just stacking up on the singles. I also maxed my Alpha Tyrus Paladin, and I maxed my Beta Liana Natura. And I also monumentally fucked up too, whilst another card I pulled from land was my Lord of Darkness. Again, because I want to max him. So I had to pull him off land to do that. And I needed 4 BCX to max him. And my Lord of Darkness is an alpha. And I bought 4 BCX of beta.
So, no.
Yeah. So I've got him sitting there. Another thing too, let's just go to OB. Oops. Beta. And alpha, yeah. I maxed my Divine Healer. My Beta Divine Healer. I maxed my Gelatinous Cube.
So good.
I maxed Mushroom Seer. Maxed Liana. Maxed my Silver Shield Assassin. I maxed both of these, my Alpha and my Beta. But the Alpha at the moment, I'm waiting on the land cooldown before I can actually combine them. So so he's got to go back as well onto the land. So I'll have a Beta to play with. Alpha for the land, Beta to play with. I maxed my Vampire, because I know you love the Vampire as well.
So I remember buying 10 of those at $5 each at max level, just thinking this is fantastic. Then I rented them out for quite a bit for a long time, and now they're still worth substantially more than that, I believe.
$25 maxed.
Yeah. So I went 5x on those. I guess it was, what's it been, 3-4 years, but that's still 5x, right?
Yeah. So with my, I got 4 BCX of a Beta Lord of Darkness. I don't know what to do with. But yeah, the Alpha, this is it. There's no more. I can't max him. So I can, at least I'll get him up as soon as the cooldown's finished, I'll get him up to level 3 at least. So I'll put him back on the land. But then I'll need 3 more BCX of him. Actually, let's check the market while you never know.
I just checked Corrupted Pegasus is just under $60 for a max copy, which is huge. For that card was so meta defining as far as like Lord of Darkness, you're talking about Lord of Darkness. Him with Corrupted Pegasus behind was so strong for so long.
So there's the 3 BCX I need. But look, $232 of BCX. Whereas the max ones here is $28 a BCX. So this guy's obviously, he's just at the bottom of the queue just thinking, hey, who knows? Suddenly it's demand, everyone wants one, at least I've got an order in. But there's no cards there to max him. I just have to get him to level 3 and then put him back. The other thing
some battles aren't worth fighting.
Yeah.
Sometimes good enough is good enough.
The other thing, I went through my entire Chaos Legion core. and I've maxed everything. Even with my gold foil quicks here, again, I had to pull him off land as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I've bought the BCX I need, but I have to wait for cooldown to finish. So yeah, I've pulled a lot of. I spent about so far, I'd say about close to 1,500 US in the last few days.
That is a huge shopping trip. I love it.
Yeah, just maxing. So everything is completely maxed out in Chaos Legion. And some card, like for example here, the gold foils. So the regular is maxed, that's my playing card. The gold foil, he'll be going back on land. I just have to wait for the cooldown to finish so I can combine them and send him back. But anything that I had here in a gold foil as well, it's all the gold foils. So everything I had in Chaos Legion is maxed.
Love it. Gold Immortalis.
Yeah. He's just waiting for cooldown so I can max him and put him back on land.
Put him back on land. That's nuts, mate. So what's the plan then? Are you thinking, are you aiming for 1% of the stone pool?
Yeah, that's next step on the list is, so let's go back to land. So I want to increase the value of my production. So, actually, where do I find the prices of totems?
It's in market other. So if you go market and then there's other items, I think it's other items, or I think it's just other.
Oh, here we go. Epic totem. And what does an epic totem do?
It's 50% boost, I think.
As opposed to 20%.
Yeah, I think it's 25% for the rare and 10% for the common. But don't quote me on that. It's worth, I think just mousing over it will show you.
Oh wow, look, the next three are all 400. I think I should grab that.
Yeah, if you got the funds, you're not going to see it cheaper anytime soon. And that's huge, right? Because that's going to give you so much more. It does have the little blurb down the bottom there, I think, tell you what you get. Boost to land, yeah, 50% bonus to land production.
All right.
So that's an easy choice. At this rate, you'll be 1% of the pool before you know it.
All right. So artifact. I click on that. Clear slot. I guess tick the box. Epic totem.
Yeah. Is it worth buying a title too to go in there? Because they can really bolster things as well.
And
you can find them in the same area.
Should do that at the same time because every time I make a change, it forces a harvest.
It triggers
yeah.
So just go market other and have a look at your and have a look at the titles. I'm assuming they're in here.
I bought a few more Chaos Legion packs on the aftermarket as well. So
nice.
I've got 500 now Chaos Legion packs.
So you've got a few options there. Proven, the veteran, and because it's an empty slot right now, that's all gravy. If you buy any of these.
Are they all together, or are these spread out all over the place? All of the titles are together?
I think they're all together. The Scorcher, the Incinerator, the Burninator, the Renowned. Obviously, they've got different levels of value to you. But if you click on one, it'll
$52.
Yeah, so click on it and see what that Legionnaire title will get you. So what's that? 25% bonus?
Where is it saying that?
It's a bit small. Down below the icon. It's too small for me to read.
Provides a 10% bonus.
10% bonus to land production, yeah. So have a look around at some of the pricing and some of the because I mean if you have one that's 10% and then you you decide that you're going to stock up on 25% ones, you can end up with a totem that you're not actually using, a title that you're not actually using, same as totems. So you click around. If you can get 25% for say under $100, then that's probably going to be the gift that keeps on giving, right?
Well, this one here, the Rebel, 58, 10% as well. Okay. 64, the Proven, 10%.
Some of them will give you 100%, but you got to. It's a couple of grand to buy those.
Yeah.
Like the Praetorian. I think the pricing probably gives it away.
Yeah.
Anything that's
basically anything that's under $100 is just 10%.
Yeah. But you can get that. Like, is that 55 or 35? I thought I saw a 35, but no, it might be 55.
Where?
But if you can pay as little as possible and get a bonus 10% anyway, like that 10% is all gravy because you got nothing in that title slot at the moment.
Yeah. All right, so let's go for something under 100. So what sounds sexy? We've got the Scorcher, the Rebel, the Proven, the Saga Seeker.
Oh, you can tell from the color of the text whether they're
like rare.
So the Saga Seeker's blue. Yeah.
So the Fable would be epic. Actually, what does an epic do? 25%.
Yep.
Okay, let's look at the price of the epics. 1,000, no. 398, 325, 275.
$4.99 for the Tower Mage. What about the Veteran?
$350 for the Veteran. 288 for the Fable Scout. 325 for the Emissary. 500 for the Enigma. All right, so the Defiant is the cheapest.
Yeah, cheapest epic. Well, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Like if you were to buy it, it's going to stay there on your land, just giving you a constant 25% boost. And considering that you're jackpotting all the other stuff, right? You're throwing money at gold cards and the like to massively boost your PP. To get a bonus 25%, yeah, that's an easy decision, I would think.
Okay.
I don't want to twist your arm here, but I think that's the right call.
Well, this is the goal here. The goal here right now is insufficient balance. 342 to 275. Is deck really under peg at the moment or something?
I don't think so, but let me have a look. Your screen's a bit small for me to see, but were you meant to buy with credits maybe? Like, how's that? DC is 7766. So yeah, it's not quite a 25% haircut, but that does kind of make sense.
So I've got 342 deck, and this is only 275, but it's not enough.
What does the pop-up say? How close are you?
Insufficient funds is all it says.
Oh, but when it says DEC, does it tell you how much, to sign the transaction or something?
I missed it if it did.
Oh, you bought yourself some Hive.
Yeah. Got my staked there as well.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So let's go to, let's say, another 1,000, so.
Yeah, Corrupt Pegasus. So many good cards going cheap at the moment.
Okay, they don't have the liquidity at the moment. Alright, so Tribal X.
Do we know how far off you are?
No. I spent like a lot of deck last couple of days, so I mean, it's obviously spent more than I realised, but and actually, well, I mean, we just bought that
You just bought the totem, yeah.
totem, yeah.
But between the multiplier for all the gold cards that you're putting on there, then the fact that it's a rare plot, then the fact that you've got a totem and a 25% boost from the title, I can really see that pulling together and that plot being a real stone powerhouse. And it's not adding to your grain deficit. You don't have to pay more grain for it. It's all just the bonuses.
Alright.
How great is it? How easy it is to swap from one currency to another.
Yeah.
Just so simple. Like, bam. Go to a swap pool, swap them over.
Okay.
And we're part of the reason that people can do that between stone and wood.
Yep.
Between grain and iron. Because you're providing that liquidity. Community service and you make fees, sign me up. I like to think of it as a fee reduction when I'm doing swaps myself too. Like, oh, I've got to pay a fee, but some of that comes back to me anyway. So if I'm
What were we
swapping wood,
going for? It was the Defiant,
I get
wasn't it?
3%. Yeah, it was 275. Yep. Yeah, so 364,000. Yeah.
340. Yeah, it's well under peg. Yeah.
Well, if you keep buying it, it won't be. The rate you're going, you single-handedly push it back up to peg.
Well, that's like $2,000 now in the last few days. 2,000 US.
Well, let's go and have a look at the production then and see what the difference is between what it is now and what it will be when we. I guess we got to wait for your cards to come off cooldown, but at least with the totem and title change.
All right, so artifact out.
So what's your stone an hour there at the moment?
Oh,
I didn't quite see. I thought it was 18. Just go back to the previous screen. See at the query says stone 51.147.
Where am I looking
50,
at? Ah,
stone
here,
per hour,
51.
51.
Yeah.
So we'll make the changes and then see what that's done to your total stone per hour.
Put in the epic. And add item. The Defiant. All right, so that's those two added. Mm-hmm. And I've got cards that need to come back here as well.
Yeah, so when that happens, just take note again of how much more of an increase that is on top.
Save changes. Confirm.
There you go. So you're going from 51 to just over 70.
70, huge difference.
So it's an extra almost 20 stone an hour. That'll be probably substantially more as well when those other cards come online. And that's just plugging away, right? From now on, this is the thing. One-time expense, perpetual benefit from it. It's just plugging away now. You're asleep, it's plugging away, 70 an hour. Yeah. You're having a taco because you're in Mexico, 70 an hour.
Yeah. All right. This is the only other one that's holding me back here now. Lord A was another one too I couldn't get. I'll have a look at him in a sec. See how I've got him over here as well? I've got two of them. I need a BCX, I think. Let's have a look. He's untamed, isn't he?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I think Lord Arianthus is untamed.
Okay. There he is. So
there's a reward.
I just need one more. Need one more BCX of him. Actually, I don't know what that's automatically locked. I don't like turn that off because he's going to have to come off. Because the lockdown is 3 days, the land cooldown's only 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the dilemma with Lord A, I just need 1 BCX, and we jump over here. If we look at a BCX for the top ones, it's $4.60. Now, bear in mind, this card, we need 11 to max. So $4.60 is the starting BCX. The only single BCX card in here is $25 rather than $4.60.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yeah, and that's why CE says always just buy them combined at the level that you want them, and sell them loose individuals.
Yeah.
Smart man.
So he's just gonna wait like the actually the second one. Because I had one of these and I bought a matching one. I still need one more BCX. But the other dude at the moment, he is just on land for one of the other ones that I've swapped out that I'm waiting to cool down so I can combine and send back. So once that's done, he'll be free. So one of these I'm just going to send over to my silver account until a single BCX becomes available on the market.
Yeah, just something to keep an eye on.
Yeah. 66 Gladius cases towards our next Gladius opening. And I've got about 50 on my silver account as well. So we're getting close to the 250. If Geo's still going to come up with 250, that'll give us 500 Gladius case episode coming up soon.
Magic. Yeah, well, I won't be doing much glint spending or even Gladius case opening in future, having retired from Wild.
Yeah.
Just not battling except in Frontier, and occasionally, just have fun in Frontier and grab whatever cards pop up there. Some new, fun, interesting ones to play around with. But yeah, apart from like guild brawls, I'll be getting occasional merits there. But the big glint openings are going to be a thing of the past for me. It's funny because I spent my last glint and then I thought, what do I still need to max on these reward cards? And then I thought, well, if I'm retiring from battling and they're soulbound, maybe I don't need to max them, right? Maybe I should just save that DEC and stake it on another land plot. So I've really got to get my head around actually retiring from ranked battles.
Yeah. Actually, I have some glint to spend, so we should do that as well. What do I need first? Yeah, I'm going to go a bit of a reverse order this time and go for some commons because we don't know how much longer this set's going to last. And I don't think I have any commons maxed at all because usually I'm focusing on epics and legendaries. So let's see what we can pull.
Yeah, it's so easy to just let the commons go, right?
Yeah.
But there are some bangers, and if you know where to put them, that's what matters, having them. And
even as they're turning, there's nothing here that's going to make me go, oh, wow, because I need everything. So every card is oh, it's 2 gold foils. 3 gold foils. I think the first one back at the top was a Blackmore elf as well. Let's check on that. Gold foil. No, that's 5 gold foils.
That's some 6. Good 6. Yeah, you got to be happy with this.
Yeah.
Maybe the gold falls have dried up now.
Don't say
Bit of a
that.
flurry. A bit of a flurry. No, I'm taunting them. Speak of the devil.
There we go.
Nice.
This is round 2, so we should get another one soon. Gold foil splurge round 2.
Kicking off now.
In 3, 2, 1.5. There we go. 1. Yep. That's got to be like 9. I've actually lost count. That's like 9 gold foils so far.
Yeah, that's nice.
All right. Where are those gold foils? There's one. 1. Blackmore off. These aren't in the same order, are they? That they were pulled?
I feel like it's randomized.
Yeah, because I wanted to see what that... Oh, let's go back here. Wow, there's a lot to scroll through. My first gold foil... Oh, no, it was a Maritaran Troyath, not a Blackmore. Oh, but still, happy with that. Happy with that.
Yeah, decent.
Okay, so what have we got left? Let's do the same with the rares, because again, they've been neglected. So... Oh, look at that. Straight
off. Bam.
Slade row. Another gold foil. Another gold foil. Another. Another.
Nice. You know I love my continuums here.
Ooh.
Slade.
Yeah, he's a beast. That's one card I will be unlocking. I want a maxed Slade. Okay. 189. Let's go to the legendaries. 5. Let's hope that gold foil splurge continues into my legendaries.
Let's hope you didn't burn through all your luck with the earlier ones, the low value.
I still need those 2 Serenths. There we go, there's the gold foil.
There it is, right in the middle.
And second to the end. No, on the end. Oh, that's one of my Serenths. Yep. Okay, so I just need one more now.
She heard her name.
Yeah. 14.
What's it worth to buy a Serenth?
I'll have a look in a sec. I can get 1 epic.
Yeah, I'll have a look now.
All right.
I'll have a check. Single BCX is $10.43 for a single BCX regular foil Cyrinth. And there's no golds on the market by the looks. They're so expensive to unlock, the gold foils. So I'm not surprised.
Because I made this mistake before, as I mentioned.
Yep.
I didn't mean to have 2 of those. So I need 5. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Need 1 more. And then I can burn one of these 6 of 11s.
Are you going to hang on to any cards to burn for Cinder? Because that sounds interesting. I don't know if you're across that, but
Cinder, no. Tell me more.
Yeah, so Dave McCoy in a recent town hall was talking about the possibility of having cards that are just for land, and you make them with land resources and Cinder that you get from burning other cards, older cards, rarer cards. So I think the idea is that it competes with DEC and or Glint, perhaps, maybe even merits. I think you burn gladiators for merits. I don't remember now. But the idea being that you can burn cards for when you go to burn a card, it will say, do you want to burn it for Cinder or do you want to burn it for DEC? So that backlog of Chaos Legion cards, all those packs that are just sitting there, they're such a ready source of DEC that it's hard for the price of DEC to really hold peg, because there's sort of an anchor weighing us down. And we talked about this before, but if you can buy a pack off the secondary market and know, or at least expect, that your expected value is a DEC burn value of more than what you spent on the pack, then you're going to do that instead of buying DEC off the market, right? That's a better way to generate DEC. So DEC is held down by this fact that we've got this sort of an anchor of all these CL packs and cards that are just loose and burnable. And so I think the idea is that Cinder gives us an alternative, right, where we can say, well, if only half of those cards are burnt for DEC and the other half's burnt for Cinder, because people want to make these cards that are only available to don't battle, they don't even have attack stats and the like, they're just for land as PP, then they're a way of, I guess, burning a lot of different cards to just generate 1 or 2, or I'm not sure how to look, cards for land use. But that also means there's less potential DEC sitting there in the backlog of CL packs and cards. That's the idea. So I'm not sure how far along we are, but Dave McCoy mentioned it in the last town hall. So I've sort of been ruminating on what that means for the game, and I do think it's a really good idea.
Yeah. I have run out of...
You've run out of stuff to do? Do we have a rule set for this week?
Yep, we can get into that. So, was it? I had my land updates. Yeah, we've done it. It's running on cooldowns for those. I've got a title. I've got an epic. Oh, I should put that rare somewhere else too. Never thought of that. Because I took the rare off to put the epic on.
So what's our rule set this week?
So what's actually, both of these plots are identical. So actually, it depends on the cards. So stone per hour, that's the first one.
I think we're healed out this week, so no healing.
24.2 per hour. 16 per hour. Right, so this one then. So manage him. Add item. Oh.
Yeah, because you just bought the one.
Yeah, but I took a rare off. There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking of totems, not titles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because I took the rare totem off the other one to put the epic on. So now I have a spare rare, so I'm going to put that on this plot here.
Yep, and then you can put the common on your 16 plot as well. Just drop everything down one.
I think everyone's got a common. I think they do. So from 24 to 27, okay. But I'll check.
You'll be at 1% of the stone in no time, Bob.
Yeah.
At this rate.
So 27 an hour. Yeah, he's already got a common. So I've actually got a spare common now, which I can actually, on that plot that I was gifted, I bought a power core for it, but I need the dust to settle for the swapping in and the swapping outs for my Queenstone first, just to see what I've actually got, and then because I've got the power. Actually, what else do I need to do? Let's have a look. All right, so I've bought a power core to add, but there's no point in adding it just yet. Do I need a hut of some sort? I can't remember. How does it work?
No, we just need the power core. Once you've added that, I think then it unlocks the...
Oh, okay, so maybe we should add it. Okay. It's not going to cause any damage just adding it, is it? When I've got no monsters or anything on there. Okay.
No.
Add power
that's
core.
it. And now you can open up the... Now you can add your monsters.
Yeah, but what about what am I making? Is that automatic with the type of plot, or don't I have to build a hut or something?
No, so when you've added your monsters, then it'll give you the options of the 3 different options. Do you want to build this, or do you want to go for SPS?
Okay.
Yep. So it'll either be wood or stone or iron or whatever, or you can go for SPS, or you can go for research. So that's next up in the process after you've added all your monsters, because you're going to want to maximize your PP for the plot, right? Regardless of what you end up making on it, so that you do this step first, and then.
And it'll tell after I put my monsters on, then I'll know how much deck I need to stack. Add worker.
Yeah, I always just pencil in 50,000, just assuming that they're all max level cards, and and again, you're not giving up the DEC; it's still there. It's just staked to land, so you can always pull it off again if you need to, which is good, right? So if somebody wants to give up and go, their first step could be liquidating tens of thousands of dollars. A guy the size of me, the first step is just liquidate tens of thousands of dollars worth of DEC, pull it all off land, unstake it, and then sell that. That's already, before you've even started having to sell plots of land, you're already got an out there with something that's really liquid. Then you go and sell your plots of land and all the cards on them, and then so obviously I'm not thinking in a exit strategy kind of way. I'm more just like, it's good to know that if you needed to, you could burn through that DEC or sell off that DEC.
Another card too I maxed was the Sea Genie. I forgot about that. I maxed my Sea Genie. Actually, I'll probably end up just stocking this with cards from one of my alt accounts. I'll bring the cards across. Actually, I can add the which one is artifact? Here we go.
Yeah, the totem's there.
The common.
Yep, let's throw the totem in.
Yeah.
You can just sit there and wait for people to arrive to use it.
Oh look, it's going to be wood regardless.
Yeah.
So at the top, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I still think you'll have the option to do research or SPS when you get to there, but it's just saying this is what assuming you choose natural, that's what it'll come out.
Yeah. Well, this is all good to go now. I guess I really should just chuck something on there. Not right now though. I'll look for my alts and just stick something. I mean, rather than sitting there doing nothing, I might as well have someone on there doing something, even if it's
throw somebody on there. If you don't need them for battling, there's no there's no harm in throwing them on there. And like I say, you're just committing to not selling that DEC for a while. That's involved.
Yeah, I've got literally spares of spares on my all stacked up on my old account. So I'll just
as the years go by,
it's
so easy to just go, I'm just going to grab some of those and some of those and some of those, and then you go and open the cupboard and look at what you've actually got. It's like, wow, yeah, I do have a lot of cards that just seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah. All right, so I saved changes. I confirm. Actually, no, I've got to put someone in. I have to, don't I? Okay. Cancel. Let's go there. So I've added the power core, add worker. Let's just scroll down the bottom. Someone I can replace easy enough. Wow, Kelia, right at the bottom of the pile there.
She's fairly recent in the scheme of things.
Yeah. I recognize the value of him, but I've never actually used the vampire. So I'm going to put him on there. What else have I got? Actually, with my Lord of Darkness, I'm going to have I can get him to level 3, and then I'm going to have spares, aren't I? How many spares am I going to have? Oh, I've got all my Bravos too.
Yeah, you could throw them on there. They're not as good as alphas, but they still get a multiplier for being old.
So
remember too, with if you are bringing another plot online, instead of just adding a totem or a title, another plot is going to mean more grain that you're going to need to be
that's
supplying.
That's the point.
It's not just
Yeah, okay, let's not rush into this then. Yeah, good, valid call. Yeah, all right, so let's back out of here.
Should I send you a challenge? We'll see if we can squeeze in a healed out battle.
So I haven't.
We can save the battling for him.
So I've got my power core. I've got my artifact. Just leave it at that. Okay. All right, so got the artifact, and yeah, I'll scroll through my alts to find cards to put on there, and yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see what happens with grain, because in many ways it's a no-brainer, right? It underpins the entire economy on land.
Yeah.
So and at the moment, it's easy enough to bring on more grain because there's so many empty plots and cards yet to be assigned to them. But as time goes on, and more of those rare plots with the multipliers are used up, and then you get the common plots with and the totems and the titles start to get thin on the ground, and those multipliers are harder to come across. That sort of massive increase in the grain supply is going to still continue to increase, but only that little bit more. And as more and more people need them for doing all sorts of other things, need the grain for feeding all sorts of workers. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to the price of grain. I can actually see it moving up. We've got a big backlog of it, but it's the one thing, according to Beaker's website, his tracking website, it's the one thing that we're actually, because we had a big backlog of it because it was all you could make for a long time, we're actually chewing through that backlog. And I'm not sure what happens, how that looks when we start to, when it starts to become scarce.
Yeah, because we're using more than we're making. So once we've got through the surplus, it'll be in high demand.
That's right, yeah.
Did you say you sent me a challenge?
No, I'm saying I should. I can. I'm pretty sure it healed out.
Last week was
It was return
Forza
fire,
Crowd.
wasn't it?
Forza Crowd.
Forza Crowd. Okay, so I might be skipping ahead. So this is ranged reflect or going the distance. This is ranged only, going the distance. That's what I'm. All right, I've sent the challenge.
Yeah, going the distance was last week.
It was it?
Yeah.
Okay, well I'll cancel this. I'll cancel this because I thought that was the case.
Right.
So I'll send you.
Yeah.
I'll send you a healed out challenge.
Yeah. Actually,
Healed out's a funny one.
Remember
I always
the icon.
Yeah, I always lean towards in healed out. I lean towards repair instead. So I like to use armor and maybe void armor, and then repair because it just feels weird to say, well, my people are just gonna just die and die and die, and they can't die and die and die, and they can't heal themselves. Scavenge is also good, life leech, but also recognizing that the other guy can't heal either. So maybe poison. All right, we got 17 mana. This Chromebook doesn't like playing Splinterlands and Zoom at the same time.
Okay.
But that's okay. I do. Battle. I think too because I've been playing a lot of Frontier, so now the allocation of cards has changed because there's a lot of Frontier cards in there. I've bought a few as well. All right, so you got Quora, but she's not going to heal.
No. It's just habit now.
But she does have
17.
Martyr.
It's just works really
she will
well.
have Martyr.
I need to check the price on my fungus flingers too. Haven't done that for a while.
I might have you here, Bob.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, hitting for 8.
Yeah.
And last stand, yeah.
Last stand, yeah. So I'm trampling as well. So I'm going to take out your Martyr and then
take a chunk out of Cora.
And then the second turn, I'm hitting her twice.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good call. That was a good team.
It was a good battle. I think it worked well. It ended well. It was completely right and true and good what happened. I think it was a totally reasonable outcome.
What did you say just a minute ago? Someone I wanted to respond to. I said, wait a second, because I had something on my mind, putting my team together. Something to do. Oh yeah, my fungus flingers. Let's have a look. Why do I have no fungus flingers? Here we go. So, single BCX, 21 cents. I bought mine at 7. So
you've 3x.
The cheapest single BCX one there. And I've got like 500 of them or something. 500 plus of them. Yeah, look, there's only a couple there at 21 cents and it jumps to 23 cents. Oh, it's the card. Is that it? Is that all of them?
On the market?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. And
there's
when
no
it gets
arrows,
thin,
yeah.
And so if somebody wants to come along and do what you've done, they're just, I'm just going to buy 100 of these guys. Too bad. It's not going to happen. So if somebody wants to max one, too bad. It's not going to happen. Right? Unless they buy one maxed already, yeah.
Yeah. I should put a few up just for $1 or something, just in case this list depletes of single BCXs.
Yeah, yep,
I mean,
that
obviously,
would be.
hang on. I can only do it for 30 days, though, can't I? The new listing.
Yeah, hang on. There's a 1 DEC price. I think that's through Peak Monsters. I don't know. Does Splinterlands charge 1 DEC to list? It's a fraction of a cent, so it might be worth just trying it anyway.
But if it's every 30 days, no,
It depends. I mean, how hard do
dabble.
you want to hit this? If you go and buy all the cheap maxed ones, cheap per BCX maxed ones, then you can list your own at quite a bit more. And if anybody wants them, then they're going to have to buy them from you. It just depends how confident you are that there's going to be an appetite for it. I mean, I love me a fungus flinger. Any Marta card is great. But
I don't want to buy, even though they're cheap. Like I don't want to buy cards for 23 cents when I've got 500 that I paid 7 cents for. It's just going to fuck up my dollar cost averaging. Yeah,
it's the spirit.
Yeah. Alrighty, so what have we got left? We got 5 minutes. Time for one more?
Yeah, we got time for one more. I'll send it now.
Okay. All right.
It can be an equalizer. Now that you've had a chance to heal, we'll play another healed out match. See what I did there? I'm such a punsmith.
Okay. Well, we got some mana this time.
Yeah. We got Earth, Life, and Death. All right.
Okay.
A lot of similarities here. We've gone for Olivia, gone for Wraith.
Both gone for some reach.
Captain Katie scares me, I'll be honest. I had planned to bring in Lone Boatman for a bit of repair, but then I never got around to it. That's a problem.
Adelaide Brighton's, man. I mean, if you want, even thinking about repairing life, it's got to be her.
Yeah, she's brilliant. I still think it's me, though. I think my Drybone Barbarian is going to wreck your first two cards.
If he retaliates.
Yeah.
If he retaliates.
If he retaliates. I'm not too worried about.
He doesn't have piercing, though. He doesn't have piercing, so
that's true.
Survive.
That's true.
And
but when he gets enraged,
he's not going to get attacked in the first round by Uriel.
No, but he will by the Sunkai Harvester at the back there in second position.
He can wreck him. At least take his shields. But his shields will be repaired by the time he gets another shot.
Yeah.
So let me press play because we're going to run out of time.
We've got a minute 30.
Yeah.
I like my Gladiator, I think, is going to have a factor in this too. There's the retaliate.
There's the retaliate, yeah.
The miss.
Wow, you look at Uriel already. He's down to 1 life and no shields.
Yeah, and that retaliate again, that barbarian is just so brutal. I guess I learnt the hard way that he's going to wreck you. And there's the bloodlust. We'll see if I've got enough left in the tank to actually take you down, though. I don't have any pierce on my... Yeah.
Shields are going to be my saviour here.
Yeah. Bloodlust is probably not going to get me the... Nah. Well done, Bob. I think we've got a winner.
1 each. 1 each.
Well done.
I'll leave that screen there to wrap out. So thanks for joining us on episode 191 of the Ruleset Challenge. What was it called, Matt?
Healed out.
And yeah, my $2,000 shopping spree in Splinterlands. Yeah, I still got a little bit, but I just need to wait for the dust to settle on the land so I know what card. Because I look at the card, I just like, I need to put it in the right.